I'm Bubba Smith. This is Roundtable Talk, and this is...
I'm Dakota Courtney, and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Amy from Rooted 242. Amy, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name's Amy, and my husband Daniel and I have been married for about 16 years. My husband was born and raised here, and I'm from the Chicagoland area. We have married 16 years, have 8 kids, adopted 5, and had 3.
It's a lot of kids.
It is.
So you're with Rooted 242. You started Rooted 242.
I am the founder.
What is Rooted 242?
So the definition of the name, we are rooted in Christ and rooted in community, and the 242 is biblical. It comes from Acts chapter 2, verse 42. We are devoted to teaching, food, fellowship, and prayer. We are a nonprofit cafe in downtown Moberly on the corner of Coates and 5th. We serve breakfast and lunch every day but Tuesday.
Every day but Tuesday.
Yeah, our only day off.
So what is your guys' mission statement?
Our mission statement is that we are standing in the gap from adolescence to adulthood with youth from hard places. It's a big gap to fill.
Standing in the gap, what do you mean? Like, what are you putting in that gap? Like, are you teaching them skills, or you?
We are.
No.
We are doing job skill training and mentorship for youth from 18 or 16 to age 25. So specifically from youth in foster care as they age out of the foster care system. And so we're job skill training, providing mentorship, we're providing community to provide a stable support system, supervised visitation for kids who are currently in care and need a safe and loving environment for that. So that's different ways that we're standing in that gap.
Now, how did this start? Did this all start in like 1 or 2 phases, or what phases are we in now? Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So when we had this dream 3 years ago, we decided to break it down because it was a large dream. It was a huge dream that we couldn't do all at once.
Right.
So we broke it down into phases. Our first phase, which was creating a cafe, we wanted to have a place that we could not only invite community in to support us and eat, we wanted to provide good food, but we wanted to create an environment where we could job skill train effectively. So the cafe provides that type of environment where we can teach them customer service, how to run a register and be able to manage money, how to cook, how to bake, how to do dishes and clean, and typical life skills, how to clean a bathroom, how to scrub a toilet. So the cafe creates that environment to where they can learn all these different skills all under one roof. Our phase 2, which was to create a community room, that included our supervised visitation room that's set up like a living room. That's a safe and reliable atmosphere for rehabilitating relationships. But we also have a large community space that foster families can rent out for birthday parties so that they have a environment that they can have birthday parties in, or graduation parties. But it's also where we house our community events, such as our supper and a show that we had last night. We do open mic nights and craft nights and family game nights, and we're doing stories and snacks on Wednesday mornings throughout the summer, every other Wednesday. So we utilize that space to be able to create community amongst the foster families and other supportive, healthy relationships. And then our phase 3, which is our final phase, which is our apartments, so we can provide housing as well.
Those housing, are you guys, single apartment, like 1-bedroom apartments, or are you guys trying to, I know relationships are a really big thing when it comes to fostered youth and coming into that adulthood. They need someone that can also have their back, they can have their back. Are you guys shooting for just 1-bedroom apartments just for a single person, or are you guys going more like a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom?
So we have 4, right now our drawings are set up for 4 apartments. They are studios and 1-bedroom apartments. But because they're right by each other, so they don't have to be roommates, so they can have their own space and be able to learn how to take care of themselves, but also there's 4 apartments and they're directly above our cafe. So when they work for us, they won't have to worry about transportation.
They just walk right down the stairs.
Yep.
Now,
which is a struggle for many foster youth.
Now, being that stage 3, how far are you into that?
We're just at the tip of the iceberg. We have done some demo work, and we have 1 apartment almost framed out. So we are at the beginning stages of getting that completed. We need lots of material, building material, and laborers to come and help us along that path to get those done.
All of that sounds really expensive. There's a lot of money that's going into those apartments.
Yes.
I mean, especially with the price of goods now.
Correct.
what, events are you guys holding to raise funds for this, or how do you guys go about raising funds for what you're trying to shoot for?
So we have a couple of different ways in which we have revenue stream. Our cafe funds are part of that. Part of that goes to run our building. We also apply for lots of grants. We have personal donors who are monthly donors. We have several who are on our system for monthly donors who commit to giving every month. And then we also have 3 major fundraising events that we are holding currently. We have a masquerade ball, which we did in April. We have a trivia night, which will be in the beginning of August. And then we have an open house and silent auction that will be done at the end of October.
What silent auction? Where are you guys going around and like getting stuff from business to auction off, or are you guys? Is it like you have people make stuff for the auction? What are you guys auctioning off?
We go around to different businesses and get things donated. We also apply for like Kansas City Chiefs tickets and things like that, Six Flags tickets. We've gotten tickets to the Ark before in Kentucky. So we not only do we have local businesses that donate things, but we also have larger things that we request for donations for.
Do you have any major partners in the area that that help with this project?
With the trivia night, or I'm sorry, with the auction?
With the auction, or even as far as in phase 3, is there any big community outreach that's helping you guys right now? Is there any other local churches or?
We have several churches who have done work days. So many of the local churches do work days at different points. I think last year it was in the summertime. I believe it was in the summer, maybe in the fall. But we've had Redeemer come out. We've had Timberlake come out. We've had Carpenters for Christ come out to work on demoing. So we've had many work groups come out, several of the churches, and put together youth events as well to come, and they've worked on demoing a lot of the plaster, and Carpenters for Christ has started the framing.
So how do you sift through your applications? How do you go through, how can they apply?
So we're always accepting applications. They can come in and apply. We have a paper application, and then we would schedule an interview. Currently, we only have one position, potentially 2 available, and so if we cannot hire them, we also have many organizations that we can point them to and resources to be able to get a job outside of us.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely something our whole community can kind of look for too. We have a lot of locally owned businesses around here that I'm sure would be more than happy to kind of help you out in that cause, in that case.
I'm sure eager.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the things I was thinking about, was your night coming up in August. So when are you going to start selling tickets for that, tables for that? Because, I think we probably would try to take a team down there for Ed Morse to participate, for sure.
For trivia night, sounds good. We will be publishing all that information by the end of this month.
And you have a web page and a Facebook page and all that stuff. Can you tell us about that real quick?
So our Facebook page is under Rooted 242. And then our website is rooted242moberly.org.
So if there was anything that you could say to the community here, what would those key things be that you'd want to speak to the community right now? How can they help?
Visit us at the cafe, support our kids who are job skill training, having kindness when they're messing up, because it is hard work and they get flustered. And so being the kind of consumer and teaching them, being a teaching consumer rather than being a grumpy one, and being able to support them through prayers, and monthly supporters. We would love to see for example, a job skill trainee staff costs in salary about $300 a week to be able to employ them, because I want to pay them a decent wage so that they can pay for their housing and learn how to manage money. So that job skill trainee costs $300 a month or a week to pay. And so I would love to see a donor be able to support that cause and be able to pay their salary or dedicate to that monthly.
And you have a menu on your website that we can go and check out?
And on our Facebook page.
So what's the most popular thing ordered at your Cafe?
Probably an Italian panini. It is provolone cheese, ham, pepperoni, salami, and banana peppers with an Italian aioli, and warmed up on the panini press till it's ooey gooey, crispy, and delicious.
So what I'm confused on is why she didn't bring a couple over here to have as a centerpiece.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Or a big cinnamon roll with cream cheese icing.
Oh, man.
She got here like 9 a.m. That would be perfect.
Right.
cup of coffee and a cinnamon roll.
Anyways, Amy, it's been a really pleasure talking. It's been a pleasure having you on here and
appreciate
kind of
it.
learning what you guys did, because I know personally I knew you guys were down there. I didn't know too much of what you guys did, but it's definitely eye-opening. It's definitely eye-opening for the community to hear more about what you do, and hopefully we found some people are reaching out to you to help out.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
I appreciate you having us.
Hey, if you're hungry, you heard it here first. Go to Rooted 242. Check out their menu. Amy, it's been awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.